Okay, here we go. I'm going to show you how to create your mandala. So I've got one that I started here. You're going to flip to a blank page in your sketchbook, and you can do this vertical or horizontal. It's up to you. You have to actually go on a little hunt at your house. You're going to need a pencil. You're going to need something for a straight edge. I have like this little random small ruler here that I'm going to use. But you could use anything. Like you could use the side of like a piece of paper. Like I have this paper that I was using to paint on. I could use like the edge of this as a straight edge. And then you're going to need some things that are circular. So I went around my house and I found some random things. I went to my kitchen. I found some lids and some things. Sorry, my son just walked in. For circles. So you're going to need a variety of size circles, small to big. So I'm going to start with this lid here. I'm going to trace it so I have a circle. I'm trying to get it as big as I can on the paper. Okay, so you see my first circle there? All right, then I'm going to start to go in descending order here. So then I'm going to trace this one. I'm trying to get this centered exactly, but you know, we're not using you know, traditional like compasses and rulers and protractors, so it's probably not going to be perfect, and that's okay. Use my turmeric there. All right, I found this is my de-stress essential oil. Maybe I'll take a little whiff of that one soon here. And then I have this little tiny essential oil container. So I'm going to trace that one. Okay, so I got my circles here. And then I have my ruler. So first you want a series of circles. It's up to you how many you have. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to divide this into spaces. Now this is where if we had like a square piece of paper to start, we would have marked these lines first. But we're working in our sketchbooks and we're just going to do the best we can. So now I've divided this into 4 pieces. I actually would like to divide it a little further. So I'm going to continue dividing this right through the center. Oops. And I'm going to do the best I can. And I'm not going to stress. Okay? All right, there we go. So now I've got that. Now this is the fun part. So you know that we're starting at the center. So I'm starting at the center and I'm going to start coming up with my design. So it's basically like you're going to do a series of patterns and you're going to do them over and over and over. And this is where the idea of the meditation kind of comes in. And you're going to use this as a way to kind of de-stress and relax. So I'm starting with little teeny tiny hearts right at the center. Okay, so I created like a shape right there at the center. And then I've got this space outside the little hearts. So I could do a couple of things. Maybe I'll do some lines. So I drew 3 lines. So because this is radially balanced, I need to draw 3 lines in each one of these little spaces. And it doesn't matter if it's not perfect. Okay, now I have this little band right here. I could do something cool with, you know, maybe lines that go on the diagonal, and you can use your ruler. So if that, oops, sorry, I just bumped that. If you want to use your ruler to draw straight lines, you can. This is like a really tight little space. I should have sharpened my pencil before I started. So you're probably going to want to do that, like really sharpen your pencil so you got a good point. Or if you have like a mechanical pencil, this is a perfect time to use a mechanical pencil because you're kind of drawing in these little tight spaces. The only thing is you don't want to draw too dark, because if you need to erase or if you want to change something, you want to be able to do that easily. So I'm going to keep going around and around. I'm going to keep adding patterns. So I obviously do better when I'm not talking, but you know, I need to do the video so you know what you're doing here. But I'm going to keep working on mine. If you get stuck and you're like, I have no idea what kind of patterns, use your computer and look up some different kinds of ideas for patterns and designs. So here's the one I was working on before. You can see I did a variety of things where I worked with lines and shapes and dots and different patterns. I kind of combined patterns. So the goal is to fill each one of the individual spaces completely. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some color. So you can add color with colored pencils. You can add color with, if you have like watercolors at home, if you want it, this might be a time where you can break out your watercolors if you want to try them. I'm going to go over these lines too with my Sharpie. So I'm going to grab, I have a couple Sharpies here. I'm going to grab those and go over my lines with Sharpie. I'll add a finished photo of this into the Schoology folder so you can see it. Okay, good luck. If you have any questions, please message me through Schoology and I'd be glad to help.